Okay. So till date we have done. I hope you got my mail, right?
Yeah, you sent me the two attachments, yeah?
Yeah, right. So we'll start with the system today.
Okay.
We'll configure the master data in SAP system,
Okay.
and we'll see how postings can be done. Okay.
Yeah, आवाज कम करो बोलने काम करो.
Hello?
Yeah, 1 minute.
Yeah.
Actually, my system is somewhat slow, so it becomes somewhat more configured again today. Let me close other things. Okay. So I'm going to configure controlling profitability analysis.
Okay.
As you can see, one more thing you must be knowing, but I'm just showing you. You know how to display the transaction codes?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm opening that column so that you can side by side see the transaction codes. Okay. Actually, as per our this document, Walmart company, I already created the company code, Walmart company code.
Okay.
Okay. And let me show you that first. So let's check the company global parameters. I created the company code as the
Okay.
WEL. Okay. In that, it is the Indian company code because I'm creating for the Bangalore branch. Okay. So chart of account will be the same. Company is the Walmart and bill status and all that. Different parameters I just taken standard. Okay. This way I created the controlling area also. Okay. So we can go ahead and define the structure for the profitability. First we'll define the structure and then we'll see the master data. Okay. So first thing in profitability is top node will be operating concern, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this will start to create the operating concern. Let me take the name same as the company code name and create new. So here you can see there are two options, costing based and account based, right? That we already discussed. One is a costing based which will take into consideration all this characteristics and value fields, and another one is a account based, in which whatever cost elements or revenue elements you are creating from FI, or whatever contribution margin you are getting from FI, that will be considered in account based. This is somewhat old method. So nowadays all companies are going for the costing based, because it will give more detailed result.
Okay. Can I ask you a question? With account based, can you also extract information from other submodules?
Yeah, because it depends on how your cost elements are configured. For example, if your cost element is raw material cost, right? And that raw material cost element you are using in any purchase cycle. Let's say you have one purchase order, then you have one purchase entry. So in that you are using that specific cost element. That means that cost has been captured through that cost element.
Okay.
So there is a direct link. Let me show you here. Okay, this is the raw material. Okay, and it will be taking the cost. Let's say initial it will be purchase order. Then okay. Let's say any goods issue is there. Okay. So in that you are using this raw material as a cost element. Okay. And this raw material cost element has been having the account assignment to one of the value fields in Copa. So that means if this is the kind of scenario, then that cost will be captured directly to Copa. Okay.
What is the GI?
Goods issue.
So purchase order you're receiving and then issuing?
Yeah.
So when you issue goods, or is it GR? Goods received.
Goods receipt will be there, yeah.
Yeah, goods received.
Yeah. So in any kind of transaction related to that particular goods, if you are using that same cost element, which will be assigned to value fields in Copa, then that will be captured into the COPA.
Okay.
So that is possible. You can capture the cost and revenue. Same is the case with the revenue elements. If you have any sales order or revenue elements that will be assigned to any particular value fields, I'll show you all the value fields. So that means that will be revenues will be captured into Copa, right?
And no balance sheet can be created at Copa. It's only profit and loss, like expenses and revenue.
Yeah, right.
For balance sheet, you have other like BW or whatever.
Yeah, BW is there, yeah.
Okay.
So for that reason, but this method, in that you have to be very specific about your assignment, cost element assignment, right? Yeah. Because this is all primary cost coming from FI or any other module, right? So in that there will be very much chances of errors, because if you are not having proper assignment, account assignment, then that cost will not come to Copa. So better we will be using the characteristics and value fields, and as we discussed earlier, like we are considering our total market as a particular segment, profitability segment, right?
Yeah.
So we are dividing into segment, and that will be dividing into characteristics, different characteristics. So it will be easy to capture the cost from all the areas of the company.
Okay.
Okay. So but make sure if you have selected this costing based, right, and later on your company wanted to move to account based, right? So one important thing is it is very difficult to change this operating concern settings. later on. You have started posting, right? So for future provision, I'm selecting both.
Okay. You can select both, right? You can create reports
Yeah,
out of both.
absolutely. So for future concern, we can select both. So anyways, companies can use both. Okay.
Yeah.
So now let me save this first, then we'll create the data structure.
So what is the operating concern in the simplest terms? Is it information holder of SAP? Like, for example, all the transactions can be filtered and it can play the role of, what do you call it, InfoCube?
No, in simplest term, I'll come to that point. What is operating concern? 1 minute. Every this sub modules, whether you take AP, AR or any other module, right? Controlling also, they are following any structure, particular structure in which you are doing the posting, right?
Yeah.
So one simple definition is operating concern is the top node of the Copa module.
Okay.
So below operating concern can be your company or your company code or your region also. Like at what level you want to see the report, Copa report, profitability reports as a whole. Okay. For example, in this scenario, okay, this is our business model. Let's say I want to see my report at this top level. It totally depends on your top management how they want to see the profitability. So at what level you want to see the report, depending on that, you will be considering that node as an operating concern.
Okay.
So for example, I want to see my region as a or my sub-segment as a profitability top level. Okay. I want to see the resellers level, my total profitability report. So I will create this as an operating concern.
Okay, so it's at the level basically for which you want to see the reports.
Right, exactly.
Of the organization.
Right. So the structure will be like operating concern will be the top node. Okay. Below that, there are different controlling area, like controlling area 1, controlling area 2, 3, like that. Okay. So it will be one-to-n relationship.
So one to many, yeah. Now I have a question. So that means I can only create one operating concern.
Yeah, right, exactly.
You can't
There
create
should be for one particular client. This is your client, Walmart. Okay. So for Walmart, you can create only one operating concern. It should be only one. Controlling area can be many, or company codes can be many. Here you can assign more than one company codes.
Okay. So just one per client, and under that you can assign multiple company codes and multiple controlling areas.
Controlling areas, yeah.
Okay, good. Okay.
So we were into operating concern. Okay, right now it will be in the red color status. Okay, because it's not active. So what we're going to do is we'll create the data structure. We'll save the data structure, then it will be in the active state. Okay, so go to data structure creation. Okay.
Yeah.
Must be aware about this screen. Like there are different characteristics and value fields here. Okay. So these are the predefined characteristics. Now let me go back to our presentation. Okay. So we have, let's say we are creating costing based. This is some other example I have taken 9100. So we created that. So this is costing based we are using. Okay. Important thing is what currency you are using for the operating concern. Okay. Let's say I have created one Indian company code, and throughout the controlling and FI, I am using INR as my Indian rupees as my currency. Okay. So now it will be possible that your operating concern currency can be different. Okay. Let's say it's not India. Let's say it will be some US company code, US operating concern.
Okay.
So your operating concern currency can be US dollar, and your controlling area currency can be INR. So you can get reports at the both currency.
Sorry. So hold on. So operating currency can be
different than the company code currency or controlling area currency.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. So it will be okay. So characteristics, as I told, it will be like whatever profitability segment you are selecting. Okay. Let's say I am dividing my whole organization in small segments. So this is one particular segment in which at one end it will be product, another end it will be customers, and another end it will be distribution channels. Okay. So this total matrix will be called as a profitability segment, and this each side of the matrix will be considered as a characteristics. Okay. So if we see in detail, like characteristics will give you the answer of this kind of question, like what do I want to report on? Okay. On what basis you want your report? Okay. Say you have affiliates, region, products, or customers. Okay. So in this case, obviously we want reports based on the products. So our characteristics, can you tell me what will be our characteristics? I want my reports based on the brands, okay, and based on my products. So this will be obviously my characteristics.
The products?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So the products will be my characteristics. Another one will be like as I want business sub-segments. This resellers will be my particular segment. I want to report based on that. So that will be my characteristics.
Yeah.
So you have to discuss with the client how they want their report. As a management, they want a report based on region or based on their sub-segment, based on their brand or product.
Okay.
Okay. So this question you have to ask, like what do they want to report on? What basis they want to report? Okay. So that will be your characteristics.
Okay.
Okay. And there will be characteristics values, like what if you are selecting products. Okay. So what is the value of the product? For example, if it is given region, means which region you are selecting. Okay. Also, the meaning of the profitability segment in very practical term, it will be like definition of your sales channel, like how you are coming out of like how once you are selling your product, on what channel they are following, like country, then region. Okay, for example, we have taken one particular channel here. Okay, like company code, then subsegment, then segment, then your product group, okay, then your brand, and below that there is a product. So this will be your total what you can say is profitability segment, this particular channel. Okay, and your value fields will be performance measures to track and analyze the profitability. Okay. So let's say you are taking products as your characteristics. So obviously you are having some discounts on that. You have some gross sales, cost of sales, all these parameters, performance measures will be your valid fields.
Okay.
Okay.
So tell me this, the profitability segment. How do I define the profitability segment?
That's what we are doing here in data structure in SAP. I'll show you. Once we will define this data structure and once we start posting, you can able to see your profitability segment. Whatever we are discussing here, that this is my segment, you can see in the system actually.
Okay.
So coming to characteristics, actually I wanted to show you that there are different kinds of characteristics. Okay. The categories will be like fixed characteristics or predefined characteristics. These characteristics are delivered by SAP.
Okay.
So these are the kind of standard characteristics. Okay. And some examples are given as a whole. Like fixed characteristics can be this all. Okay. And these predefined characteristics are also possible to create. Okay. Like this, WB assignment, profit center, sales order, and all that. Okay. So if you go to system, you can see this all are either fixed characteristics or predefined, given by SAP.
Sorry, what's the difference between fixed and predefined?
Yeah. See, this one, like fixed characteristics are, you can't change it, like it will be by default characteristics, what you can say. It will be common for all clients.
Okay.
And predefined means SAP has some standard company codes created, right? And standard controlling areas created, like for example, IDES 1000 company code or something, right? For that, they have some predefined characteristics based on the standard channel, sales channel or purchase channels. They assume some market segments and they predefine some characteristics.
Okay.
So that is the difference, and this is given a default. Fixed characteristics are kind of default.
At client level that SAP provides?
Yeah.
And then predefined can be
custom. Some other, yeah, customized. Okay, so these all characteristics are predefined either, or it can be this one fixed. Okay, based on the industry in which they have created the company code.
Okay.
And more type will be categories will be created by the customer. Like for example, we will create from some reference table, or there will be some new characteristics.
Okay.
So for example, here it is given copied characteristics, copied from the standard tables, sales group, bill to party, product hierarchy. Okay, so this is not specific or given, not fixed in the SAP system. So we have to copy from the standard table, reference tables. Okay. And there will be user-defined characteristics in which which is very much specific to that particular client or company code. For example, business segment. Okay, so in our example, we will create this business segment reseller as a customized characteristic, right? Because it's specific to our client only. Okay, so this is the categories of characteristics. So what I can do is, okay, I will take few of the characteristics for today. Okay, and few value fields, let's say. And tomorrow we are meeting, right, at 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay. So tomorrow I'll show you how to take the characteristics from the table and how to customize characteristics and value fields. Okay. So today just I am taking the standard. Okay. Now after saving, you have to activate it. Okay, for today your exercise will be you have to find out if I have created this operating concern, okay, and I have done several postings in that, and later on after first quarter, let's say my company want to change the operating concern parameters, any characteristics or value fields or anything. So how do I go to, how do I change it, operating concern, data structure?
Okay, so you're saying once you've already defined them,
yeah,
then how do you change it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to find out there is a specific method. You have to find out that, and that will be going to your maybe one of the interview questions you can ask, because it's not a standard process. It's not very simple.
Okay.
Like, because if you're going to update so many tables.
You've already sent me this presentation, yeah?
Presentation you got? I'm not sure.
Can you send me the presentation?
Yeah, I'll send you. So once you create the data structure and activate, okay, if you go back, you will get this message, okay? And if I click yes, it will take some time to create the operating concern, and then status will be in the green color.
Okay.
So what I'll do is, I have to leave early today, so maybe what I'll do, I'll just create the operating concern, and from tomorrow we'll start with the customized characteristics and value fields, okay? And we'll start the posting.
But before you leave today, can you send me this presentation?
Yeah, sure. I'll send it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So tomorrow tomorrow onwards we'll meet at 9 p.m. right?
Yeah, 9 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. I'll send it. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.